Hi everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Andy Lightbody and welcome to this edition of Wheels Afield. Well, behind me here is the new, what they call the Kia Soul Sport for 2010. Now, as you take a basic look at it, you can see that many say kind of looks like a cross between a shoebox and one of those old lace-up roller skates. It is from Kia, the newest addition to their line, where they think it's going to be a major success. It's a subcompact. In plain words, it's a front-wheel drive vehicle, four-door station wagon model. The standard engine on this is a four-cylinder 1.6-liter engine that puts out about 122 horsepower. However, as an option, you can go ahead and basically opt for, and I would suggest that you do, the little bigger engine. This is a four-cylinder 2.0-liter engine, puts out 142 horsepower, and again, standard transmission with this is a 4-speed manual. We got the 5-speed optional transmission. So from 0 to 60, no, it's not going to be a barn burner, but it's under 8 seconds. What's really nice also is the gas mileage. We average 24 in the city, just over 30 on the highway. Now walk with me as we go through everything. First off is the tires and the wheels. On this particular vehicle, we've got the 18-inch alloy wheels with what they call the low-profile, high-performance tires. And let me tell you, they give a lot of good grab. I was pretty happy with that. All right, overall, pull back and look at it. Styling on this particular vehicle, obviously, it's kind of big, it's kind of boxy, it's unusual. But look at it. Because it's so high, because the doors are nice and big, it's easy to get in and out of, and it's got a lot of interior room. I was really surprised for both the driver and the passenger. Headroom galore. You want to wear a hat or you're a big tall guy or gal? No problem. You can get in and out and everything relatively simple. Andy's pet peeve, every vehicle we get, if it doesn't have one, I'm going to say opt for it. Get a roof rack. Look at all this good room up here that you could be carrying additional sporting goods, your rods, your reels, your skis, tackle boxes, camping gear, all of this stuff. As I told you, styling wise, and I'm just going to close it up for a second here. We took a cross-country trip in this vehicle. We got stopped 4 different times with people coming up and going, "What is that? Where did that come from?" I said, it's the new Korean-made Kia, what they call the Soul Sport. Can I stick my head in? Can I take a look? Ooh, wow. Everybody got a big kick out of it. So to Kia, I don't know how many I've sold for you, but we can talk about my commission check somewhere down the line. Kia was so impressed with this vehicle when they introduced it that they actually sent one each to the Kia 640 dealers across the United States, even though it wasn't street legal in the United States yet, just so people could get in, crawl around, and look. And obviously with a vehicle this size, it's only got about a 100-inch wheelbase. Overall length is 161 inches. It's got a width of just over 70 inches, and it's 63 inches tall. It only weighs 2,950 pounds, so it's a light car, which is part of the reason why you're going to get great gas mileage out of it. But I'll tell you one thing, because of the short wheelbase, it does have a stiff suspension to it, so it's kind of short. It doesn't like bouncy roads, and it bounces around quite a bit when you're on the interstate, and especially in high wind situations. Okay, inside, as I said, big doors. We got manual bucket seats, which are really good. It's kind of got an expensive dashboard look to it. Really much more of a good interior design, more expensive looking than what you would expect to pay for a car in this particular class and price range. Good legroom, good seat adjustments, etc. Now, Kia points out that they've included about 50 plus items, all part of the standard equipment. So for around $18,000, it's pretty well outfitted. Ours has got an optional sound system, which you got to really see to believe. Not only is it a good sound system with the Sirius radio package, but if you look at the doors in the panels, it's got a lighted system where you can actually turn it on and have light to your music. Okay, so that's a young person type thing. Also, this particular model came with the optional sun and moon roof. Now, I do want to point out one thing to you though. You see these back pillars? See how big they are on both sides? It does make it a little bit difficult, more of a challenge and more concern if you're backing up or if you're changing lanes. So to me, I think somewhere down the line, Kia probably cannot narrow this pillar because of structural integrity, but they may want to consider offering a backup camera. Also, when you're changing lanes and you're flying down the freeway at 70 or 75 miles an hour, you know, going to the ski resort or going to your hunting and fishing hole, make sure that you use the side mirrors because, again, it will block out vehicles pretty good, and be careful. Okay, now the back seats. We're going to have a hard time showing you the back seats simply because we were loaded for a trip. When I first picked up this vehicle, I thought, oh my goodness, how am I going to put all of our gear in this for a 2-week on-the-road trip? Actually, when the seats were up, the back seat offered pretty good head and leg room. It's a bucket style seat, so there's room for 3 folks. With the seats up, I gotta tell you, you're only looking at about 19 cubic feet of storage capacity, right about from here to the back of the vehicle. So you don't have much at all. So you're gonna either be very selective in terms of the people that you carry or how much luggage. However, throw those seats down, you've got over 53 feet of cubic storage space, which is plenty for getting all of your gear in. Again, whether it's tackle boxes, shooting boxes, rifle cases, whatever. But imagine what you could do if you had a roof rack. Kia, are you listening to me? All right, let's walk around here to the back end. It's got a nice, easy lift tailgate system. And as you can see, we travel light, but oftentimes it's like light artillery. We've got our rifles in here. We've got our fishing rods in here. The only thing you might want to do is make sure if your fishing rod you're taking with you, break it down. If it's a 2-piece, 1-piece, it's going to be sitting up in front with whoever your passengers are, simply because, hey, it's a small little subcompact vehicle. As we wrap it up, it's not a performance vehicle, but it does respectable. Hey, 0 to 60 in under 8 seconds, what else do you really need? It's boxy looking. But it's boxy looking, it's part of its charm. It does not feel top heavy. It's not like some of the old vehicles where you're worried about the fact that you feel like you're gonna roll over with it. It's short wheelbase, it's bouncy on the open roads, but hey, there are trade-offs in any vehicle. The steering, let me tell you, it is tight, it's very controllable, and it's got a good feel to it. So if you enjoy, being able to feel where the rubber meets the road, you're gonna enjoy it. Probably its biggest selling factor is sportsman on a budget. They start out at about $14,000, and like I said, with 50 plus already gimmies that the engineers have included, there's not a lot of options. Fully loaded, you can get out the door for about $19,000. This particular vehicle was just over 17, so for fishing and hunting and small camping trips, here's my bottom line for Kia. This little sport has both a lot of heart and soul. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Andy Lightbody on this edition of Wheels Afield.